This is a 1957 D Angelico New Yorker Deluxe. Not a very common designation, typically just a New Yorker, but this is a 17-inch guitar, whereas the typical D Angelico was an 18-inch for the New Yorker model and 17 for the XL, but this has the New Yorker ornamentation and with the split blocks, typical New Yorker, the multiple bindings in the F-holes. Actually, this tailpiece is very much like the XL style, but this is a replica pickguard. The original pickguard almost certainly rotted, but what we can see on this instrument is the body bindings are severely deteriorated, at least for the outer white layer. And this is a common problem on many old instruments with nitrocellulose plastics. This is something that the makers did not count on happening. It didn't happen in many cases in their lifetime. John D Angelico died in 1964, and his guitars hadn't had this problem in his lifetime, and he'd been making guitars since 1932. But now that he's gone, many of his instruments are having problems with the plastics, which can deteriorate. When I opened up my shop, January 1970, I'd hardly ever seen a guitar with deteriorating bindings or crumbling pickguards. Now it's just routine. Wood bindings don't do this. Wood can last hundreds of years, if not thousands. There are still some instruments from ancient Egyptian tombs that, if they've been under low humidity, wood that's a few thousand years old can still be very much intact. Plastics don't necessarily last that long. It depends again on the type of plastic. Some types last longer than others. But tortoise shell grain and some of the white plastics that are imitation ivory can deteriorate. This is an example, and you can see very well on this, the heel cap is completely rotted away, and the body bindings here, the outer layer at least, has rotted. The inner lines, black and white lines, are in good shape, but this outer layer has rotted and is crumbling off. And you can just see it, there it is, it's just crumbling. And that cannot be saved. It can be replaced, but it cannot be saved. And in some cases, even here, the black layers have crumbled. So that this is a serious problem and will be an expensive repair. This is a guitar that in fine condition can bring well over $40,000, so it's well worth rebinding it. But it is a difficult job and is something that we're encountering more and more frequently.